Hello everybody, Hoosier Outdoors here. I've been out this morning since about daylight, doing a little varmint calling. Had one coyote come in, and he came in, he had the sun in his favor. He was probably about 40 yards away from me or less, from one bank to another. I'll show you on the way out of here. But he came in, and as soon as I think what he done was when I opened my lens cover, I think he got a reflection from the sun. And you don't play no games with them dudes. They smell or hear anything out of the way, they're history. They're hard to get up on. I really wasn't going to shoot anything today. I was more or less doing a a gray fox and a red fox count. The state of Indiana wanted to know how many grays and stuff you might happen to see. Now, I haven't seen very many this year, or called very many in, but there's a few reds running around, and the old grays, he's sort of special because he can climb a tree for the most part. I mean, I've seen him run right up a tree and stuff, and get pretty high and be looking around checking out what's going on. But that's more or less what I was doing. I wasn't really gonna shoot anything, but sometimes if that old coyote hadn't seen that lens cover and he'd have come close enough, I'd have probably put it on him. So, but he didn't. I'm just packing a pistol today. Usually I pack my Remington match, and if they get in within 100 yards of me, they're pretty well in trouble. That's a 22 rifle now, and I've killed a lot of them with that. But I don't kill much anymore. I just more or less like to get out and see them. And I use like a cottontail call on them. It's got a squeaker on the other end. Also got a little hand squeaker over this hand squeaker I use. But it seems to be pretty effective on them. I've been down here quite a while. I think I'll head to the house and have a cup of coffee. I'll show you some of the terrain on the way out. I probably got about a mile to go, so I won't get it all videoed. And that thing come close to me today, and I got my hex wear on. I think that this is going to be pretty awesome stuff. It seemed to be so far. I know I had the full suit on one time and was calling, and sometimes when you're calling and you get things just right with your call and the conditions are just right, little birds will come right in next to you and stuff, and then you know you're really getting her down. And I had these hex gloves on, my whole hex outfit, and I actually reached right up and touched that wild bird. And something about these gloves, hex gear blocks your electrical field, and I have to say, Hex has got her figured out. I think it works, so I know I use it. So I don't think I'll get headed out of here now, so take a walk with me. And it's pretty rough, pretty rocky terrain. But right over here, right up there on that mound, is where that coyote come up there, and he sat and he watched me for a long time. And he finally, when I got that turn, kept moving that lens over to his direction, and moving the camera. I think he got the flash off the lens, and that's all it took for that guy. He was out of here. He didn't run off, he just sort of snuck off. But we'll get out, go on walking out here, and I'll show you the train where I go calling. It's sort of interesting, really. It's different in its own way. And I was up on that mound right there, and you can see that how the sun was in his favor, and I tried to not silhouette myself up there too much, but I might have got a little high on the bank there, and he was on this bank sitting right up there, and he sat there for a while. He came up this old railroad line there, road that's not there no more. But he come up there and then he slipped right around through that honeysuckle when he figured out he didn't like what was going on. And he came from right up that direction, went up around the back side of that rock pile, went right up on that hill up there, and was sitting up there checking me out. And I was sitting there up there, and I bet that not only did the flash off the lens, sun flash from it, alert him, I bet that I might have silhouetted myself just a little bit. You can't do that out here calling. These coyotes, foxes, they're pretty sharp. I've done a lot of calling, hand calling. I don't believe in them mechanical things too much. Sometimes I got this thing I made out of chicken feathers that I'll tie up in a tree with a little string and make it move. Sometimes the wind will make it move. That's another thing you got to watch when you're calling, is the direction of the wind, of course, about like deer hunting. Only I just think sometimes they're just a little bit sharper than the deer, maybe. You can't hear one coming at all. Just next thing you know, he is there, and there you are. Now I'll show you a walk. I got about a mile to go, so I won't be able to video the whole way. But we'll get some of it here. Pretty interesting little area. I can get down this area right here, and it's pretty good size. All in all, what this takes in. I know if anybody was trying to find me or something and I got down in here on them, heck, good luck to them. I know every hole, every little dry hole and everything else around here. I grew up here. You can't kid me about, there's an old tower about this area. I know every nook and cranny in it. Not that I have to hide from anything or anybody, but it's pretty cool up on top of that, way up on top of them rocks up there. There's a patch of cedar trees growing. Pretty cool. But I better quit wasting time. Get heading out of here. Just like them spots in them rocks right there. I can crawl through them, get through them, and you'd be surprised how far a guy can go once he gets started back through them. Matter of fact, I know one place you can start in and go for at least an eighth of a mile getting through these rocks and never be seen by the air or picked up by the air or anything. It's pretty cool. Try to hold this camera still for y'all as much as possible walking down here. But it's a different place. So Aquarius, like that right there. I can get in out of there, build me a fire, stay dry, stay warm for as long as I want. Pretty good spot down here. I've hung around a lot down here growing up. It's a real spot to come varmint calling. Done a lot of that too. Interesting view. If you don't know these trails down here, you can get turned around, end up where you don't want to be. So it's best to know where you're going. There's some more of them rock holes back through the brush there. I've camped out in them a lot. Built me a little old fire. Had my sleeping bag and the whole works right in there. Spent the night, 12, 14 years old. Used to think this place was heaven down here. Oh, got a pretty good walk here. Then I gotta crawl road ends. I gotta crawl in under some rocks to get to the next passway. But I got through there that time. I'm a little skinnier than I used to be. But I hope you like this view and everything. And here onto the crawl where I have to go through this hole to get out of here. And it just dead ends like this. And it's a little rough to climb up and over everything. But I think that rise right there, I'm going to step up on it. Now see, you can crawl and go around that way. And you used to be able to crawl through there, but that tree's grown and I'm not about to cut it down. But see if we can get up here. Oh yeah. Then I gotta get back down there and go out that trail there. And see, there's another one of them spots, a little hide. You get in some of these spots down here, you'd be hard to find. You'd be hard to see from anywhere. As long as you didn't get yourself too obvious and too noticeable if your smoke off your fire or anything. But after dark, somebody'd have to walk right up on your fire to see you. So I think I'm going to shut this off now. And talk to y'all later on. Just thought I'd give you a little little walk on my adventure. I started out fairly early. Probably should have started earlier, but you just never know about the hunters, and deer season's supposed to be over, but a lot of times that don't matter much in this area, if there's a season or not. So you always got to be aware of your surroundings and watch out for yourself. And I was going to talk about guys with bug out bags and stuff. Yeah, they might get on YouTube, have a big fine bag and everything and stuff, and half of them look like they couldn't even get here and pack it. There's no use to have bug out gear or anything of that nature if you're not capable of utilizing it. If you don't practice packing that stuff, trains like this, and using the stuff you got in it, it's worthless to you. You might as well not have it. So if you're going to get bug out bags, get on bags, whatever you want to call them, as long as you don't call your old woman the old bag, you'll be fine as long as you practice with it. You got to get used to packing that extra weight. Today I am wearing my vest. It's the old vest. I put a video about it, and I use it a lot. It's not bulky, but it gets heavy. It's got quite a bit of stuff in it, cook kit, everything a guy'd need to stick around here for. I could stick her out here for a little while, because I could catch a lot of game, shoot a lot of game, and I think I could make her for a while. I'm used to doing it. But if you got all that bug out gear, there's no use to have it unless you're going to use it. If you don't use it, you wasted your money. You couldn't. I know a lot of them guys seem like to me they're so heavy, and then they got all this is all my clips and my rifle and my pistol. They got so much garb on they couldn't fight if they had to. Besides that, half of them looked like if you knocked them down, they'd roll from here to town. So I don't know. I guess each to his own. This is the Hoosier Outdoorist, and I'll see you all later.